My name is Shantaye Brown, for those who don't know me, and I'm the dark romance author of Zell, Deviants, and Saints, a dark romance that I published 8 years ago. Yeah, I published it 8 years ago, and I haven't published another one since. That is until now, which is why I started this vlog, which is called The Journey to Getting Published, the good, the bad, and the what the fuck am I doing. And you know what, I also was trying to figure out why I actually wanted to start this whole vlog series, which is going to be like an open diary of sorts. And then I came up with like 3 points, and it's the why, the when, and the how. And I'm about to share them with you. And like, I've been asking myself, why do I want to lay myself bare like this? Why do I want to be vulnerable like this? Why are you doing this, Shantaye? And like, I was brought back to when I was 16. So I was 16 years old, and I was living in Kingston, Jamaica. You know, I was living in the ghetto. And when I say ghetto, I'm not talking about like, or when I say like I was like fucking poor, I'm not talking about not being able to afford designer and name brand and things like that, or the most expensive box of milk. I'm talking about being so poor that like I couldn't afford to pay like our electricity bill. We couldn't afford to pay our water bill. Yeah, we couldn't afford, you guessed it, sometimes fucking food. And when I was a 16-year-old, being a ghetto girl didn't really affect me as much as it should have, because I always had my family around me. But I think what really kind of like rocked me and rocked my world off of its axis was when my father passed away, and I was like in a deep state of depression. And like, I didn't know, like, I just didn't, it was really a dark time, if you know what I mean. And I was introduced to reading, and I used to read maybe 2 books a day, believe it or not. Sometimes one, you know, if I was busy. And I used to read so much, you guys, and it was so fucking good for me, because I was able to just escape from reality. And reading all these books, dare I say it, allowed me to heal. It allowed me to see something bigger than myself. It allowed me to feel after not feeling for a long fucking time, after just existing in a state of just like nothingness. And I used to look up at the stars as a teenager and wish on them that one day I would write my own book, I would write my own stories, I would allow other people to escape reality into my world and forget about their troubles, and, you know, give them faith and give them hope. And I also dreamed that I would be doing it somewhere else. Never thought it would be Iceland, but here I am, because now I currently reside in fucking Iceland, which is like a different reality. It's like an alternate reality, but it's also an island. And you see, the thing is with living here, it made me realize the when. Like, when should I do this? And you think you have time. Like, I'm not going to get up all in your face, but I'm going to get up in your face. You think you have time, but you don't. You think there's a right time to do the thing that you want to do, but there isn't. There is no right time. You make the time and you do what it is that you want to do. Because here's another thing that I've also learned while living here. Good things are going to happen to good people, and bad things are going to happen to good people. Bad things are going to happen to bad people, and good things are going to happen to bad people. And you cannot fucking change that. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just going to happen, whether you like it or not. And it made me kind of question my existence, because I was in some very dark situations where I even questioned if I wanted to keep going. And I only came up with one answer, and it's just that we're all gonna fucking die. Yeah, I know it sounds fucking dark, but we're all gonna die. You're gonna die, I'm gonna die. It's gonna happen. I was literally Googling the other day, people dying in the most simplest ways. You can literally die from choking on your own saliva. You don't know. My point is, you don't know when it's going to happen, but it's gonna happen. Okay? It's going to happen eventually. And during that time in which you're born, good things, bad things happen, and then you die. There is this kind of journey that you take. And I figured okay, what do I want my journey to be? And I want my journey to be realizing my wildest fucking dreams. Realizing the thing that younger Shantaye always wanted. And to this day, I still want it. And I want to get published. I want to get published because I had published a book 8 years ago when I was living in Jamaica. Even though I had limited resources at my disposal, I was able to publish over 3,000 copies worldwide, which is good, given the what I had at my disposal as it relates to resources. But now the whole world is just laid out in front of me, and I took the non-traditional publishing route in the past, and now I'm going for the traditional route. And it's just a whole nother ball game to go on that journey, even though I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Now that's the when, and the when is now. Now let's move on to the how. Okay? And I've been doing my research, and during that time I realized that even when you're not finished publishing your manuscript, you need to get on that marketing train and ride it like choo choo, bitch. You need to put yourself out there. You need to connect on freaking Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on Twitter, vlogging. You just need to put yourself out there. And even though it might sound tedious, even though it might sound like a lot, and it is, okay, that's a lot. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's gonna be easy or anything like that. It's a bit tricky, okay? But this is where I come in, and this is why I've started this vlog. It's because I am ready to take on this journey, and I haven't even gotten into the depths of it, but I am not afraid of failure. You could tell me 100 no's. I won't die, will I? I won't die. And even if I die, I would just come back and I would get my yes. I get a no. It's just an opportunity to learn from it and come back stronger and do something differently next time. So now that I've established the why, the when, and how, join me on my journey to getting published. An open vlog diary of sorts, okay? Called The Journey to Getting Published. The good, the bad, and the what the fuck am I doing?